There we go. Now you should be able to hear me. What's going on, everybody? Adrian Hunter from over here at, well, in this case, we're at the AM Hookah Podcast, I suppose. And today is the Gamecast. I've been drafted to do the Gamecast today. I'm missing something already. I poured myself a fresh mug of hot, not even hot chocolate, just chocolate milk because I'm a child. And I don't currently have it with me, so we'll have to see what's going on there. That said, let me get some music up because I would like to listen to some music, ideally. But why is that not happening? Well, let's see here. So let's get into it while I'm troubleshooting this stream. What is everybody smoking? Let's start right there. I'm gonna have to exit this, aren't I? Yeah, we'll start by asking what the hell you guys are smoking. Today, I'm gonna be playing Magic the Gathering Arena because I'm a little bit of a nerd. I'm kind of into that. And today I'm smoking something really simple. Hookah's over there because I'm about to be in a really small box in the corner of the screen. That said, I will be smoking Tangier's Earl Grey. Let me know if that music is a wee bit loud or if it's not loud enough. Again, music provided by my good friends over from the band Saving Throw. I'll turn that down for my own sake. That's up. That's up. And comments are readable. Comments are readable. So who do we got in the chat? We got Nightbot, we got J-Rock, we got Captain Wetbeard. As always, Maggie Salter, what is up? The Hookologist twin. Did I say you already? I don't know. What's going on, buddy? And yeah, I'm going to be sending some people to the fucking Shadow Realm today. Show and tell time, I guess, if anyone wants show and tell time. Also, you won't be able to hear the music unless I turn desktop audio on. So that would be helpful. Turn it down a little bit, I think. I'm actually a nerd in paper, too. I could turn it up a bit louder. Tommy, you know I appreciate you. Okay, so I'm going to remove one of these so I can hear myself talk, so I don't start shouting. We're going to play Magic the Gathering Arena, which is obviously a computer game. But to show what an absolute neckbeard nerd I am, I'm going to show you some of the... I play Paper Magic, and we play a format known as Standard, which is a competitive format where the cards you're allowed to use cycle. And here is my current favorite deck, which I'll be playing on Arena. So this is a deck called Esper Control. It's a slow, grindy, pretty expensive to put together in paper control deck. That's blue, black, and white. And the mana base itself, if you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. It's just how you cast spells. That's expensive in paper, unfortunately. But I've been playing Magic so long, I've just got so many of them. And some of these cards look so good in paper. Yo, fuck Nightbot. Like this Mortify. It doesn't even translate very well, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Or the most expensive card in the deck, which I've got 4 of, which is this guy right here, Teferi. If you follow PewDiePie, you may have seen this guy on one of PewDiePie's most recent thumbnails. You know, cool stuff like that. I got all kinds of weird paper Magic stuff that I could show you guys. But in a moment here, I'm actually just going to be getting into the Gamecast itself. If you want to see something really nerdy, we don't want to get our cards dirty, so we play with these play mats called Spellground. They're made of a microfiber cloth. Anyway, just kind of wanted to share my nerddom with you guys for a moment before you get into the games. That said, my hookah's almost ready. The coals are lighting it up. What are you guys smoking? What's going on? And I should take this moment to say, typically we only do these plugs on the main show, but this show is sponsored by Prestige Coconut Coals, and I just feel they haven't asked us to plug on our Gamecast or anything, but I like those guys so much, and I do love this product so much, that I'm going to say, definitely go pick up some Prestige Cocoa Coals. If they're not in the description of this video, they'll be in the description after the fact. We've got an Amazon affiliate link, helps us out, helps the guys over at Prestige out, and gives you guys good coals. That said, I would like to start playing some Magic the Gathering. And you know, Wetbeard's here, he says it's a thick deck, so you want to see something a little less thick? Everyone that plays Magic knows about red deck wins. And that's just a mono red deck with a bunch of mountains and burn spells, baby. I got that together too. Pretty cool stuff. But yeah, now that you know I'm a real life nerd, we're going to get into being a virtual nerd for a little while here. So let me launch my game on the computer first. And I'm just going to wind down today, take some time to smoke some hookah, hang out with you guys. I'm recording another review for you guys on Pipe Dream Hookah. Tonight, it's going to be on Messiah Orange Blueberry, a flavor that I'm a pretty fan of. Rami from over at High Desert Smoke, Yucca Valley, California, sent these flavors out for review, and we appreciate Rami. That said, I'm going to shrink in size, and all of this is Magic stuff. So, even though you guys probably don't play Magic, I'm going to show you this thing of decks, and I'll play whatever one you guys want me to in the ladder. While we're waiting for that, I still don't know what people are smoking. I've got the Hookologist saying I can't smoke in the showroom, which is like, it's whack. You should smoke in the showroom anyway. Smoking Azure Winter Orange with a cup of hot green tea. I'm jealous. Today's drink pairing is LaCroix Peach Pear. Why? Because I have it opened already. J-Rock, that sounds amazing. So, any of these lists that you see here, any of these deck boxes, whatever you guys pick, I'm going to try to pilot in a high-level ladder matchup or two. And if you guys can't follow me, don't worry. I'm playing Magic because I can sit here and talk, shop. Anyone has any questions, anyone wants to talk about any flavors, anyone wants to bash anybody. If you want to talk about Blue Eyes White Dragon, whichever has the best Blue Eyes White Dragon, I got the best Blue Eyes White Dragon. That's not true. My deck doesn't play that card at all because that's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Okay. You know what? The Nightbot sucks. All right. Well, with no input from anybody, we're gonna run in with Esper Control, which is a particularly boring deck to watch piloted. I am a fan of the deck. So here's Magic. If you don't know Magic, it's a card game where you try to get your opponent to 0, or in the case of this deck, try to get them to not have any more cards in their deck. And other than that, it's pretty non-intuitive. It takes a little bit to get into. So I'm going to go first. And for anyone who's into Magic, I've got 1 land and a bunch of 4 and 5 drop spells in my hand, so that's a mulligan. We're going to put it back, pick up 1 less. This hand's really good. We got 2 lands, one of our best cards in Search for Escanta. As the game goes on, you'll see why. Piece of removal, Planeswalker, board wipe, keep it, and then we'll leave this Godless Shrine on top. Because we mulligan, we get to look at the top card of our library and decide, are we going to put it on the bottom of our deck, or are we going to put it on the top of our deck? We want a 3rd land. Let's take the first puff off of this Earl Grey and see if it's cooking yet. The first puff off of a Burley flavor is always gnarly. It's good. I'll keep you guys posted. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Maggie is Kenneth home tonight. Looks like we're playing against Mono Blue, which is just a fast deck that wants to go under you. And with that in mind, I think as much as I'd like to resolve this card, I need to kill this guy, so I'm gonna. I think that's a pretty good start, and they're gonna opt. If they don't play a creature this turn, we're in good shape, because we can drop this little puppy, which basically lets us like get picky with the cards off the top of our deck and start to sculpt the draws that we want to see. Now they could have Spell Pierce, but I'm gonna play right into it and hope they don't have it, because we don't have another play to make. So it wasn't Spell Pierce, so that's good. Play another land. Spell Pierce just counters it for 1 mana, for anyone who doesn't know. Basically, they're playing a creatures deck that tries to go fast, and I'm playing a deck that doesn't really so much want to go fast. It wants to control the game and slow it way down, which is my favorite way to play the game. So we are going to Kaya's Wrath, which normally destroys all creatures, but the Tempest Djinn is so good that we just want to kill that anyway. Hopefully this Earl Grey starts opening up. So it's pretty much a removal spell or bust. That's a removal spell. So we'll leave that there, and we're going to try to resolve this Karn first. We will take him up and start getting some card selection. Karn is a Planeswalker. We like Planeswalkers. So he's going to let us have a land, which is very nice of him, because we're going to play that land. And then we'll pass, and we'll see if they want to hit me in the face, or if they want to hit Karn in the face. And for any of you who are confused by this, I do apologize. This is a game I like, and I figured if I'm going to do the Gamecast from time to time, I'm going to play this deck from time to time. Also, the music. Do you guys like it? It's my friend's band. They're really fucking cool. They're attacking me. They're doing the right thing. They're going for the face. They're ignoring the Karn. They got 4 cards in hand. Yeah, I think I want to try to find kill spell. It's not a kill spell. What do we got underneath Karn? A little copy of Zorg. We're gonna take him up. Dunzo. Dunzo, Washington. Ooh. She's gonna let me have to mortify. I'm gonna stop him on his upkeep. So recently I've been doing all these reviews for High Desert Smoke, and I've realized that I really enjoy Azure Dark, like way more than I initially thought that I did. So that's exciting. Because I've got all this Azure Dark I need to smoke through, and now I'm going to pick up some more Azure Dark, because I am such a fan of it. I think I now like it better than the Blonde, which is weird because Azure Blonde is like one of the best blondes out there in my honest opinion. Alright, so they're beating us down pretty bad with this Tempest Gen. I really don't know how we're going to play through this. I think they can probably protect the Tempest Gen if I try to kill it. But we got to try something here, so let's see if we can draw a Thought Eraser. That's not a Thought Eraser, but we're still going to give it a shot. Let's see here. Yeah, we just got to go for it, right? Got an Absorb down there. Let's take up Karn. Play Hallowed Fountain, let it shock me. And if he's got a piece of protection and a piece of counterspell, I'm dead. If he only has one or the other, I win this war. So he's got a dive down. I'm going to try to absorb dive down. Do you have another one? Aw, dang, he has another one. So we are very dead. And we are going to go to game 2, because these games are best 2 out of 3. Who here has actually smoked Tangier's Burley before? I find it to be a very interesting smoke. It still has that Tangier's flavor, but the throat kick is much more pronounced. So we're going to bring in some hand disruption, some more kill spells, a bigger kill spell, some creature interaction, and we're going to take out all of our counter magic because their counter magic is cheaper and they're better at it. And then we're going to take out a copy of Counter Inside, a copy of Vraska's Contempt. We'll take out the other Forborn and the Corn, and I think we can afford to drop. What else can we afford to drop here? We really want most of our removal. Probably one Search for Ascanta, one Teferi. Run it like that. Fuck Nightbot. Is that Derek? I can never remember who fuck Nightbot is, but I want to say that that's probably Derek. That is really good. So since I lost game 1, I get to decide to be on the player of the draw, and we have creature into removal. We could just get gone under. They could beat us before we can play a spell, but we're going to try it. We're going to hope they don't have the hand that kills us immediately. Okay, so that's not a 1-drop creature, so that's a pretty good sign. There's a Terramander. He's a pretty good card, but so is Thief of Sanity. Dun dun dun. So when this guy hits my opponent, I get to steal his cards. That's what matters the most here. Ooh, he's going wide. He's going to be a wide boy. Okay. Well, let's see here. I'll attack into his army of 1/1s. I'll trade my 1 Thief of Sanity for 2 of his creatures. Any day. And then I will play another Thief of Sanity. Gotcha. Alright, let's see here. Maggie, are you smoking right now? And Tommy, when you get off work, are you going to be smoking? What's the deal? Hook me up with that knowledge. Okay, I will absolutely trade my 1 Thief of Sanity for your 2 Terramanders. It sounds like a great trade. Would you like to dive down? He would like to dive down. I will respond by casting Vraska's Contempt on your dive down target. He's gonna spell pierce it. Okay, so hopefully next turn we can resolve something like Hostage Taker or Kaya's Wrath and really mess him up. Alright, let's go for it. Hopefully he doesn't have the... Well, you know... Yeah, let's go for it. Kaya's Wrath. Do you have a counterspell? Oh, he's got the counterspell. That's pretty good. This is how we get beat. But we do have a Hostage Taker, so we're not dead out of the water yet. But boy, oh boy, are those Terramanders fast. That's going to be difficult to deal with for us. How do we do it? Well, I think our best out is to cast Hostage Taker. Target the Terramander. Going old school Pirate's Cove. That is an old school flavor. I actually miss smoking Pirate's Cove. I'm slowly coming back around to Starbuzz. You know, I was never the hugest fan, but recently I've been really enjoying some of their flavors. No, I can't use the Spirit Bomb, Tommy. It looks like this is going to be a loss. This is a rough matchup for us. So there's really no way for us to weasel our way out of this. Let me see here. Yeah, I can cast Chemist's Insight, but I don't think any number of spells are going to do it. Yeah, it won't. We are dead, so we will concede and be up. Back down into Diamond Tier 3. Trying to get up into Mythic, which is the next step, and it's the highest level of tiered play. We'll go back in with Esper Control. We'll keep playing that deck until we win. So I've got my Earl Grey in the Surrey Bowl today, which is a fantastic bowl for Tangiers and really any Dark Leaf. You can also pack you know, whatever blonde leaf you want to. Although I think you want a little bit more surface area for a lot of those blondes that want to be normal packed. But it's pretty good. If there's one thing I could say about this Earl Grey is I wish I had some Cane Mint. That would probably open it way up. And let's look at our opening hand. We cast everything in it. Unfortunately, well, we can't cast Kaya's Wrath, but we will certainly be getting a second black. But if they're playing mono blue, we take a game 1 immediate loss. If they're not, we're in it for the grind. So we're going to try to keep it, and if they go Island Terramander or like Island Siren Storm Tamer, we're dead. So it looks like we're playing against Nexus, which is, this is not a good interactive hand against Nexus. What the Nexus deck wants to do is take infinite turns, which is gross and boring. Hey, there's nothing wrong with Pirate's Cove being a guilty pleasure. I've recently started smoking more Mighty Freeze, which is the next Starbuzz series review over on Pipering. And I gotta say, I've slept on that flavor for way too long. That's a really good flavor. I am a big fan. My opponent's probably gonna resolve like Teferi here, and I'm dead. Right? Nope, nothing. Okay, so he doesn't have anything. That's exciting. I have no counter magic, so we usually lose game 1 against this variation of the take infinite turns deck. Let's see. All he has to do is cast Wilderness Reclamation. And then, okay, so he doesn't have it, so that's good. I'm going to try to draw some cards. I drew some cards, that's good. Let's fuck his tempo up and Thought Erasure him. See if he's got counter magic or anything. Ooh, this is not what I thought it was. This is like a Bant control deck. I can kill you all day long. But you are the bigger problem, by kind of a long shot. We're going to get rid of the Teferi. We're going to get rid of this Cry of the Carnarium on top of our deck. So what I thought was going to happen here is I was fairly certain that our opponent was going to play this deck that takes infinite turns. But it does not appear to be the case here, which is just fine with me. Try to find a Mortify, maybe? Yeah, I think we're going to try to find a Mortify over the course of the game. Teferi, tuck that Azor right back into your deck. Get out of my face. Gonna get rid of my Teferi, but I've got a card that removes enchantments, so that's okay for now. It's probably gonna pass the turn back to me. Alright, we did not draw the card that removes enchantments, but we keep drawing gas, so I'm gonna keep playing gas. More cards! So I can't actually cast this Teferi because of how this card works. When it tucks a card, it says you can't cast cards with the same name, and Teferi has the same name as Teferi, which is unfortunate. Yep, we'll end the turn. That's going to be a problem. This land he has that lets him keep drawing cards for basically exchanging his mana for the turn for drawing cards. It's pretty good. Luckily I've got ways to deal with Azor, the Lawbringer. I'll try to Rask of Contempt at end of turn, and if that doesn't work, the Elders Reborn certainly will. So first, we'll try to kill it. Goodbye, it worked. And now, we'll play one of these Chemister's Insights from Adrian. So I'm not sure who's doing technical difficulties this week, but whoever, it probably is going to end up being Matt. I wish I had some information on what it was going to be on, but honestly he doesn't tell me anything until the last minute, because it likes to keep me on my toes. Although shout out to Matt, he's been doing some of the technical difficulties thumbnails and they've been pretty good. Alright. A lot of lands. But hey, that's okay. We're looking for a Mortify right now so we can get rid of this Ixalan's Binding. Not quite, but we got counter magic now, so we're just going to keep playing the game. And I think after this game, I'll start playing something really fast instead of something slow like this. So this Teferi can go to the graveyard because I can't cast it. Transform that, play Godless Shrine, lose 2 life, and then I will just pass the turn. Because I don't think they can win from here unless they have something crazy like Hydra, Krasis, or Carnage Tyrant. Gain as much life as you want. Game 1, I can't actually deal damage to you. That's what's so nice about this deck is you don't have to worry about your opponent's life total at all. They can be at 1 or 70 and it doesn't matter because we don't win by killing our opponent in game 1. This music is really good. Let me know if you guys can hear the music okay. I'm not as good at math. There's the Hydra Krasis I was afraid of. He's going to draw a lot of cards and pretty big body into play. We're going to let it resolve, of course, because we can kill it. But now he's back on having plenty of cards, just like me. So now we've got a real game. I was pretty far ahead for most of this game. We'll take the Absorb here. And then we will cast down this Hydra Krasis. Our opponent now has to discard because they drew too many cards. Oh, perfect. Let's see what they drew. Thought Erasure. So we've got Wilderness. Ooh, we've got a couple Frilled Mystics, and those will be a problem. But not as big of a problem as the Wilderness Reclamation. Honestly, all these cards are pretty good. Dawn of Hope, Wilderness Reclamation. All of these are really good cards. But I think Dawn of Hope kills us. And we would like to not die. So we're going to get Dawn of Hope. We're going to pitch this. And while he's all good and tapped out, we're going to activate this land and try to interact some more. Mortify, maybe? There's a Mortify. And we will mortify this Ixalan's Binding. There we go. Play that, pay 2 life. And then we'll untap some manas. There we go. Never not such a bad spot. Wilderness Wreck. Do we interact with that? And I think the answer is yes. We are going to try to make them waste all of their Frilled Mystics. Because the Frilled Mystic is a creature that counters a spell. I'm trying to stop the Wilderness Reclamation. So they'll play for Frilled Mystic, and then I am responsible to absorb the Frilled Mystic. And he'll Frilled Mystic that, then I'll board wipe. So here's the Wilderness Reclamation. Hopefully they don't have like a Nexus of Fate. That would be very bad for us. Growth Spiral, so that's not a Nexus of Fate. That's good. They have a lot of land. This is a very unfun, it's a very interactive matchup, but it's not fun to watch. So we'll start by trying to cast Kaya's Wrath. We'll try to wipe the board really quick. There we go. That worked out just fine. Now, I think we're just going to race our Teferi up towards his ultimate. Drew another Teferi. Didn't really want another Teferi, but that's okay. Go ahead and keep these cards. I will take Search Best Cannon. I will cast it. While I'm at it, I think I will play my land for turn. Okay. Game 1's going to take a minute because both of us are very bad at killing the opponent. But games 2 and 3 should be much quicker because if there is a game 3. Because my deck goes into trying to kill my opponent pretty aggressively. March of the Multiple Dudes. That's a lot of tokens. It's only 5 tokens actually. Let's try to interact with it really quick. We'll take Kaya's Wrath. Another Wilderness Reclamation. He's going to draw a lot of cards off of that. Ooh, that's bad news bears. Attack my Teferi? Yeah, to get him down to 1. You gotta try to kill that. And then just probably gonna make a bunch more 1/1s. Draw a bunch of cards. Although he has to start worrying about his deck size, because I can mill him up pretty quickly. This Teferi. And wiping his board's not going to be a problem for the most part. Draw all of the cards. Alright, so let's see what he wants to do. He'll probably draw a couple cards and make a bunch of tokens. Right? I don't know how you can stomach playing this deck. It's excruciating to watch. Hit that button. And I will take a turn now. Okay. Let's see what we got here. We got a Mortify. That's an important spell. We're going to keep that right where it is. We are not going to transform this. Take up Teferi. We need them to not have counter magic, basically. So first things first, we're going to try to Mortify Donovoke. And now we are going to try to Kaya's Wrath. Okay, that all worked. I am suspicious now, because that means they have to have something good. I am not going to end the turn. I will actually be activating this land. know, I should have cast that Thought Erasure, but it doesn't matter because if they have like March of the Multitudes or something, we're pretty dead in the water. Alright, let's see what they got. They got 21 cards, I got 19. Basically, they can kill me with damage, but I'm trying to kill them not using damage. Yeah, Teferi goes away. That's not good. Alright, let's see if we can find a negate. It's not a negate, but we got a Mortify, and I think we have to take the Mortify, because it's our only way to deal with that Ixalan binding. So he plays Teferi. What's he going to do with it? Just take it up? This Earl Grey has opened up quite nicely. It's called Prince of Grey. It's just an Earl Grey flavor from Tangiers. I think it's exclusive to their Burley line, and it's quite good. It really just tastes like dark tobacco notes and Earl Grey tea, which is a nice pairing, to be honest. Nice throat tickle, good head buzz. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Alright. What are you going to do with all this mana? Absolutely nothing. Tight. Alright. What's on top of the library? I'm going to put that on the bottom. Goodbye. Decline. That. Okay, so things that we're interested in doing here. Wiping his entire board. How do we do that? Well, I think it starts with Mortifying Ixalan's Binding. Let's open up with Thought Erasure. Let's see who's got in his hand. Okay, there's a Frilled Mystic, which is fine because we were planning to attempt Kaya's Wrath anyway. See, 1, 2, 3, 4 for Kaya's Wrath, 1, 2, 3 for Mortify, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the Eldritch Reborn. So we'll try the most important one, which is Kaya's Wrath, because they're going to kill us with those creatures. So there's that. Now we will make an attempt at Mortifying Ixalan's Binding. Another Frilled Mystic. Let's see if we can counter it. Show me an Absorb. None of those are Absorb. We do have a Vraska's Contempt. We will take Vraska's Contempt, I suppose. Yeah, you counter my Mortify. Bowls. You know, I haven't learned Matt's bowl system yet. I would like to start utilizing bowls, especially more fast-paced games that we play. But currently, I don't have a good way to do that. Let's see, we know our entire library, so what do we have left? We have an Absorb all the way at the bottom. That's really all the action we have left. So how do we even win this game? Do they have a Teferi in the graveyard? That's how we win this game, and they do. So that's our out. I think they've used all 4 Frilled Mystics. That is the case. They may not even have counter magic left. So our new game plan is to rid them of this Teferi and steal one of their Teferis. And if we can't do that, we lose the game, and then we go to some much faster games. Now, he can draw a bunch of cards, but he has to be very careful with his library size. Then again, if he has like another March in the Multitude Smith or 1,001 we die to that too. He's really aggressively drawing cards. He must really want to kill me. put this card on top of our library into the graveyard. We will decline transform that. We will draw this Drowned Catacomb. And then where is our absorb? It is too far down to gain access to right now. So we are going to just try to Vraska's Content this to Fury. There's the negate, and now we will make an attempt at, if this doesn't resolve, we die. Do we die? We die, okay. They beat us. I have a feeling our sideboard plan is better than theirs, because I have access to the color black, which is super important in this matchup. So we're going to take a negate, we're going to take a couple duress, we're going to take our Elders Reborn. Perhaps Kaya? No, I don't think so. Definitely Thief of Sanities and Hostage Takers. What don't we want? We are willing to fight them on counter magic, but we do want to take out a lot of our clunky removal. Kaya's Wrath, we can go down to one of those. We will lose it to Fury just because they do play Ixalan's Binding, which stops us from playing to Fury at all. And then, you know, I think this is pretty much where we want the deck. I need to lose one more card to make it 60. And I think we're fine going with something like a copy of... Let's do... You know, let's throw all caution to the wind and hope they're not going into a big sideboard plan. We'll get rid of the last Kaya's Wrath. Tristan, what's up, buddy? And they are still sideboarding. We took a while, so they must be in the tank on what their sideboard plan should be. Tristan, what's up, man? We're just playing some Magic tonight. A little relaxing Gamecast. I got some stuff I gotta do after this, so it's a little earlier in the day than we normally do it. I'll play first. Show me the goods. This is fine. I wanted some creatures, but my mana base being all shocklands isn't so bad in this really, really slow matchup. And Search for Azcanta into Absorb is about the best things we can be doing on turns 2 and 3. So we'll do. Into Fury is not a bad addition. For Hell Fountain, Shock, Search. Hopefully they don't play Dawn or something. They didn't play Dawn. Okay. We do not want this extra to Fury. We have a Thought Erasure. We're not interested in casting it yet. We're going to play reactively for a couple turns. Let them sculpt their hand to their liking. Probably cast a Growth Spiral or Revitalize. Yeah, there's the Revitalize. Alright, so there's the Breeding Pool. What's on top of our library? Another Absorb? We will take another Absorb. And we will just put this land into play tapped, and we will let them have at it. You're putting out the review, next review after this. Yep, everything's happening tonight, recording, editing, and releasing. It's going to be a quick one. I've reviewed Messiah in the past, so it should be relatively quick. I've also had a lot of experience with this particular flavor. I could almost do the review here, but, you know, this isn't my channel. This is the Hookah Podcast. This is me and Matt's channel. But yeah, we are going to be doing it after this. We're going to graveyard this. We're not super interested in that much card selection at the moment. And now we're going to start attacking their hand directly. Negate. Are we okay with negate? We're okay with negate. We'll actually just pass the turn holding up Absorb. And we will attack their hand again next turn. Now, if they have a Carnage Tyrant in their deck after sideboarding, we are in big trouble. Because we took out all of our board wipes. But that's a calculated risk we were willing to take. Here, I think since I have Negate and Absorb up, I will pass instead of attacking their hand and go for a Chemist's Insight, discarding perhaps the second. You know what? I don't think I want to lose anything, so I will go for the Thought Erasure. But that'd be spoilers if you didn't know. That would be spoilers. And there's no reason to do that. I mean, other than transparency of the information. But no, I think I will hold on to it. Just because the Cliff Notes are, it's a good flavor. If you are into something like Messiah, which has a shorter burn time than most tobaccos. So the question here is, do we counter the negate, or do we hold up counter magic for his next spell? That's an interesting debacle we find ourselves in. Because if we counter the negate and he counters that, we're certainly resolving to Fury. We're going to try to absorb the negate. Very good. So we have a Hydroid Crisis we don't want them to have. We've also got a Teferi we don't want them to have. We're going to get rid of Hydroid Crisis. Their hand is quite good. Let's see here. We'll keep Isolated Chapel on top because we're interested in making another land drop next turn. So they're going to cast Fury. They're going to draw a card. Hopefully they don't draw a land. Land would be very bad because then there's nothing you can do with it to Fury. That's a land. Now we're in quite a bit of trouble. So we've got this Isolated Chapel on top of our deck. And at this point, I don't know if we actually want to keep it. That's interesting. We're interested in fighting this to Fury, which is going to be very difficult. But I think we have to Uber our Search for Escanta into flipping, which means we need 7 or more cards in the graveyard. This Thief of Sanity is interesting. Jam Thief of Sanity now. Then it gets countered by Frilled Mystic. And then I have an opening to cast Teferi the next turn? Yeah, that seems pretty good. We'll try that. So there's the Frilled Mystic. There goes the Thief of Sanity. That's going to bring our graveyard size up to 7. And then we will flip our Search for Escanta and potentially be able to cast Teferi with Negate as backup if we find a land. Ooh, but there's Mixlon's Binding. Good thing I have this Negate now. The only thing he can hit with this Negate Absorb won't work. He doesn't have the mana for it. Revitalize isn't quite good enough, though. Gets in with that. Teferi untaps 2 lands, and then I get to flip my Search for Escanta, which is very good. So we'll hold off on drawing that land. We'll transform this. And now, okay, that's interesting. If they have Absorb, I think we are just dead. 2 cards in hand. We can go Jam Teferi, minus on his Teferi, get it attacked by Frilled Mystic, counter it on the way back down. Or we could hold off and activate Search for Escanta. He's going to get more Teferi activations. I think this is the only line. I think we absolutely have to deal with Teferi here. Okay, Wilderness Reclamation is not the worst thing, but it's not great either. We really wish we didn't have to deal with this Wilderness Rec right now. We wouldn't be in too much trouble, but they got to resolve Frilled Mystic that we have no way to deal with at the moment. So that could just beat our Planeswalkers out of commission pretty easily. Our one saving grace is we have this Escanta, the Sunken Rune, just ready to roll. How's it going, Ewing? Matt, it looks like we're going to go into a loss here. So we're going to draw a card off of Arch of Orska. Alright, so here is our opening to try to make a comeback into the game. We do have to shock here, and we're going to pass. What we're going to try to do at the end step is activate Escanta and counter whatever he tries to play. But we are playing from behind pretty badly right now. Matt, what's going on, man? So March of the Multitudes is absolutely not going to resolve. Under no circumstances can we let that happen. There's this Teferi. We can't let that happen either. So we correctly played our turn, and I'm holding both of our pieces of counter magic up instead of trying to jam to find cards. Because we could have flashback Chemist's Insight in the hopes of finding a Thief of Sanity, but that just wouldn't have been good enough, it turns out. There's Teferi. It's the last card in your hand to counterspell, because mine is. I think one of our best draws here is actually just Hostage Taker. We can take the Frilled Mystic and put it in the pocket. So he's definitely going to draw a card here, and then we'll see what he draws. We got the Mortify, which is incredibly important, but we will pass the turn. The Mortify is important because we can get rid of Wilderness Wreck, but we want to see what he does before his next turn here. So Teferi, we do have to take a look and see if we can counter it, unfortunately. So we can't counter it, but we find a Thought Erasure and a Chemist's Insight. I think we're interested in the card advantage here, but finding a way to deal with Teferi, which we're not going to be able to counter, is important, so we're going to take the Vraska's Contempt. And we will do it like this, at the bottom of the library. Oh, music is pretty loud. I was told to turn it up on a few occasions. So we're going to let that resolve. I think first we will Mortify Wilderness Wreck. So we're on a 3-turn clock right now, which is rough. Untap Arch. Okay, land does not help us, but we do need to do with this Teferi right now, so we're going to. And then hopefully we can find a way to deal with Frilled Mystic as well. This takes our clock back up to 4 turns, which is great. And then we have a Search for Azcanta activation as well. Wetbeard. I'm literally about to take my first puff on Alpha Comma Passion Fruit. Lotus should be warmed up by now. You are going to be very happy. That is an extremely good flavor that I would highly recommend to anybody. So we're so far behind that we're basically dead to anything. We basically need our opponent's hand to be very weak. So they're probably going to try to draw a card here, I think, or play Teferi. If they play Teferi, I think we're dead in the water. So it's a Hydroid Crisis, which is also pretty bad. They left up mana for Frilled Mystic, which is spooky. We'll take a Thought Erasure. First things first, let's take a look at my library, see if I can find a way to kill a Hydroid Crisis. I found a way to kill a Hydroid Crisis, so that's pretty good. Now the next step is to Thought Erasure our opponent. Ooh, they hit me with a good game. They're probably right, to be fair. There's the Frilled Mystic. We'll take this opportunity to remove the Hydroid Crisis. So we're not literally dead on board, but we are in big uh-oh trouble. Redbeard's liking the passion fruit. It is one of the best passion fruits around. Alpha Comma absolutely nailed that flavor. So, what saves us? No one card can do the trick. Maybe some combination of like Hostage Taker and Thief of Sanity, but I think that's about it. And we can't find those using Azcanta, which is our land that lets us search for instants and sorceries. And that Hydroid Crisis does do it, so we will give them the good game and we will concede up. This is not a deck I've ever seen before. It's definitely not a meta deck, but it could have been a very good decision to play a deck like this in the current metagame of the higher levels of tiered play. Let's switch up the decks. I think I'm interested in playing some... Maybe I should just go fast. Let's edit this deck really quick, make sure it's up to snuff. Yeah, let's try to go... Let's see if I can go under some people. Yeah. We'll do that. We'll switch it up and play a very fast deck. Alright, Punk, I'm going first. What do we got? This hand is not as fast as I'd like it to be. It's 4 lands, we're going to mulligan it. 2 lands, fast creatures, like, yeah, we'll keep this hand. We're going to light up the stage. That's not a light up the stage. We'll put that on the bottom. Let's go. This deck has fallen out of favor a little bit, but it's nice and fast, so even if I lose a bunch of games, at least they end quickly. Playing against mono blue, it looks like. Okay, so there's that, and we're going to go fast. Play out, get to Lava Runner, and we will skewer their face for 3. Let's get in for 2. Probably play Merfolk Trickster. There's the Trickster. We fully intend to destroy that before it can block. That's fine. We're going to kill that. Bring it down to 13. Dink, dink. Now let's see here. We don't want to see a Tempest Djinn. That's just a Terramander. That's not so bad. We can deal with the Terramander. First we'll jam Goblin Chain Whirler. Are you asking what my current favorite tobacco is? Because that is a hard one. Dink. Alright, they're at 10. We're at the halfway point. Let's see here. Tempest Djinn would be a nightmare. But I could trick them with Shock. Okay, so we got... Let's play up Runaway Steamkin and get in for face. Merfolk Trickster is going to full control and try to shock it off of the board. There's the Spell Pierce. Hopefully they don't have a dive down because we are coming in with our wizard. Got him down to 8. It's going to be a close game. For sure. Unless they just drop like a Tempest Djinn. Alright, that's just a curiously obsessed Merfolk Trickster that we will gladly block. No Tempest Djinn, let's get in for 5. And try to kill you. We will just try to kill you. Do you have a Wizard's Retort? No? Do you not have a Wizard's Retort? Oh, there's the Wizard's Retort. Okay, they're still alive. Zero top, 1 bottom. Okay, they're gonna go for trying to turning the game. They're gonna try to turn the game around by drawing like enough creatures to stop me from just hitting them in the face. But as of right now, there's the Tempest Djinn, so we need to rip Burn Magic off the top. There it is. They are good and dead. Boop. Next. Boop. Boop. And good game, sir. Okay, mono blue. We want removal. We want Rekindling Phoenix. We would like, probably honestly, Banefire is not a bad spell. Fiery Cannonades, and this island, or this mountain. And we want to take out our clunkier spells. Shino Pyromancer, just, no, Runaway Steamkin probably isn't going to get the trick done for us. I like my burn spells. I like Light Up the Stage. You know what, maybe we're not taking our curve up enough, so we won't bring in the mountain. Let's see here. We want all of our removal, basically. Like, well, you know what, Fiery Cannonade actually isn't that good. They play 2 pirates. Yeah, we can't play this card. I just realized how bad it actually is. Alright. Game 2. I am up a game. Yay. I need to add a coal to this. Clouds are starting to get weak. Okay, we've got 1 land and 1, 2, 1 draw. We're going to try this hand. Because it's basically YOLO. We need to draw more mountains. We wouldn't try this on the play, but on the draw, but we're going to draw a card? Yeah, we'll keep this. We drew the land, so we're going to open up with a solid Fanatical Firebrand into killing a Miss Cloak Herald. You're dead. Go home. No one wants you. There's an opt. So it looks like they might be searching for a land. Looks like they may have also kept the 1-lander. They found the land. There's a Pteramander. We are going to swiftly kill that Pteramander. I think we'll do it with a Banefire for 1. There's a Misty. Alright, let's try to shock Miss Cloak Herald. We're basically playing a control deck right now. We're going to try to stop them from playing creatures, whittle their hand size down, then play a bunch of our own creatures. Spell Pierce is fine. I'm going to do it again. Here's a Pteramander and a Siren Storm Tamer. They're really going caution to the wind with the their creatures here. So we're going to go Vishino Pyromancer and dink them. And then I think we will skewer the critics, their Siren Storm Tamer. We need to draw land. We'd like to cast this Rekindling Phoenix. We did not draw land. However, we're just going to keep attacking their face. Alright, that makes light up the stage only cost 1 mana. Very good. Good stuff. Good. Great stuff. We're going to drop Vishino Pyromancer. Hit him in the face. Alright. If we can draw a land to cast this Rekindling Phoenix, we are pretty much in the clear. They can't really get around Rekindling Phoenix. It's just too big. Keeps coming back. They can never hit me in the face again. Other than that, we're doing a pretty good job racing them. So, we're going to get this Get 2 Lava Runner out of our hand, and we're going to smash in for 6. Morphle Trickster, saw that coming. We're going to kill it before it can block. And you may take 5 and go to 9. I do consent to that. At some point, he's going to be pretty discouraged from attacking with this Pteramander because his life total is getting so close to dead. For instance, if he lets me hit him with all of my creatures next turn, I can just use this Lightning Strike that's in my hand, hit him in the face with it, and he's dead. So he is pretty behind because he's got a clock on him. I do not have a clock on me, and he's missed more land drops than I have, so we're pretty far ahead right now. How many instants and sorceries this fool got? 1, 2. So he, for 6 mana, he can make this into a 5/5, but he does not have access to that currently. So we will start by just dropping a Goblin Chain Whirler. That is fine. I'm now going to attack you with all my creatures. Would you like to block? Alright, so he is dead to everything now. It's going to be very hard for him to come back from this. That's not good enough. And give him the good old good game and fling this at his face. And that is a very dead opponent. Alright, I think I got time for one more game. This mono red deck's pretty quick. Ends game fairly quickly. Ooh, we just got enough for a pack. We're going to go to the store. We're going to go to packs. And we're going to buy a pack. And we're going to see if we open a good one. And dink. So already this is a fantastic pack because we have a common wild card and an uncommon wild card which can be converted into any card. So the rare is Mirror March is a bad rare, but that is fine. It was not a bad pack. And we'll get in for one more. This is weird. This is the longest I've ever waited in a queue for a competitive match. Is it bugged? I don't know. They usually last like 4 seconds. I will play first. Is this hand good enough? It is not. I will mulligan. This hand is good enough. I just need to draw one land. Land on top, bingo. Let's go. Let's go to the races. Ooh, mono white go wide. That's a bad matchup. There's a Legion's landing. So our best move is to go really big. So we're going to get this whenever we steam can out. And we are going to end the turn after that. Dauntless Bodyguard, that's fine. We'll most likely kill that with this Fanatical Firebrand. And a Sky Marcher, that is also fine. Oh man, a Goblin Chain Whirler would be devastating here. Alright, so that's kind of what we wanted to happen. They're going to attack, so we're going to block. And since this thing has lifelink, what we are going to do is sack it before damage is dealt and kill this Dauntless Bodyguard so he doesn't even gain a life. Got him. Alright, there's a Chain Whirler. We're a land short to cast it though, which is it sucks, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. So we're gonna get out this, get to Lava Runner. We're gonna go ahead and shock this Sky Marcher out of the sky. And we're going to get in for 3. Hopefully I draw a mountain and he extends into the board with more X1 creatures so I can wipe them all. Chain Whirler deals damage to all of my opponent's creatures. That won't do it. That's a big creature and that's going to be in the way. Wizard's Lightning is not a bad draw. Okay, so we will come in for everything. They are not going to block at all, which is an interesting move. So I can Wizard's Lightning them, bring them to 13. Then after damage, they would go to, what would they go to here? 13 down to 9, 7. I could bring them down to 7 with this attack, which is honestly pretty good. So I think we will go that route. Or do we Wizard's Lightning the Sunborn Sentry and just cast a Goblin Chain Whirler? You know, I think that's a better play. Get their one creature off the board. Do it like that. Then we will use this bad boy for mana and drop this Goblin Chain Whirler. Yeah, that's a good play. Another Sunborn. That's not quite going to do it. Let's get in for everything. Probably block a Lava Runner or a Runaway Steam Can if they're smart. Right, there's the block for there. And now we'll just cast Light at the stage. Doop, 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 doop. I don't know how they can handle this. I think they're dead. Got him. Mono white. That's a very good card against that deck. That might be all we want. Maybe some lava coils? No, it's too slow. I think we want to just try to go through them. What's bad? Runaway Steamkin. Cut one of those. Cut a copy of... Skewer the Critics. Play it like that. Matt, who are you in the chat with, buddy? That wasn't us. What do you think you're doing? See what we got going on here. Alright, let's see here. How long does it take to decide that you need to play first against the red deck? Poringa. Okay, get to lava. Yeah, this is a fine hand. We want to draw a Chain Whirler at some point, but other than that, this is pretty good. Dink. Dink, 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 dink. There's a Tide Taker. It's pretty good. Okay, so here I think our best play is to Wizard's Lightning the face. And then with Spectacle on to cast Light at the stage. We're trying to find a Chain Whirler here. Not quite a Chain Whirler, but still pretty good. We are very much interested in trading this Get2 Lava Runner for a Tide Taker. They didn't want the trade, I'm good with that. Dauntless Bodyguard. Probably needs to protect his lifelinker, right? Yep. Ooh, Venerated Luxion's pretty good here. We could be in a bit of trouble. Okay, so how do... Oops, we should have played that land from here, but that was a minor play error. I think that we would like to... We're probably going to be trying to burn him out this game. So let's get in there with... You know what, if we get in there and just destroy the Venerated Luxion, I don't think that does enough for us. I think we are going to... Lightning Strike their face. And then Skewer the Critics their face. And try to sneak in enough damage next turn. Otherwise, we're pretty unfavored. They went a little too wide, a little too fast. Tide Taker, Titty Taken. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage. 12 of it's coming in right now. We're going to block the lifelinker. We're more interested in them gaining less life, not more. They go to 11, we go down to 10. Anything else, opponent? Okay, here we go. We're just going to play out all of our spells. Light of the stage. Cast Fanatical Firebrand. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, we actually lose. We actually do just lose in the next combat. It was close, but no cigar. We'll go in, and then this will be the last game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. This is a relaxing night for me. I had a lot of work to do. Little Gamecast action. Never hurt anybody. Matt, you still watching? What are you doing, man? Play first. Yep, that's a pretty good hand. Alright. I'm going to try to go directly under them. What I mean when I say I want to go under them is I want to like kill them without interacting with their board state. I'm just going to try to deal a bunch of damage to their face. So that's where the term going under comes from. I'm going to ignore them and try to go underneath their game plan and kill them first. So open on that. We'll probably shock whatever their first spell is, just to keep them slow. Yeah, we absolutely are in the business of shocking lifelinkers. Even though I'm not hitting their face with this, that probably actually dealt 3 damage to them total, because they are now not going to be able to gain a bunch of life off of that. Stephen, however you pronounce your name, I do apologize. I'm awful with names phonetically. Arena's free to play, man, and it's a lot of fun. I would definitely get into it. The metagame's pretty diverse. You can play almost any strategy you'd like to. This guy's really going wide with lifelinkers. Like, that's an unfortunate play. This is Magic, Frank, yes. This is Magic the Gathering. So we got a Dauntless Bodyguard, probably going to protect, yeah, he's going to protect this. And then they can't really attack. So now I am going to play some spells. Namely, these 3. I think I'll start off by casting Firebrand. And then I will shock this guy, hopefully trying to get him to sacrifice his Dauntless Bodyguard. And he doesn't, so we will now sacrifice Firebrand to kill Dauntless Bodyguard. Kyle Smith used Solar Beam. Yeah, I wish I had Solar Beam. That is not in my moveset, unfortunately. And then we will get in for 3. And then we will skewer the critics them in the face. And do we want to go even wider? Yeah, I think we do. We're going to let this Runaway Steamkin drop to being a 2-2. And hit them in the face for 2 more. And then we are officially out of gas, so we need to start drawing some pretty good spells. Sunborn is pretty good. It's going to block for days. Haunted Witness is also pretty good. Also going to block for days. We are in the mood for a Goblin Chain Whirler right now. That's not a Goblin Chain Whirler. We are going to die. Let's get this Get-To Lava Runner out here, because it permits us to attack in for everything. So let's do that. Game 1, we got really lucky. This is normally a very bad matchup for a deck like this. And that's primarily because they're going to go really wide on the ground and have all these creatures that have lifelink and stuff. So they're going to be able to like gain enough life and go bigger than us. So our extremely aggressive linear deck will usually get put out of the water pretty quickly. So there's the flipped Adanto Last Fort. So what we would like to do here is we really like to draw Goblin Chain Whirler. Light up the stage isn't bad. Let's get in with both of our creatures. They're probably going to make a 1-1, block it, take a grand total of 1 damage. But all we need them to do is take damage, even if it's just 1. Okay, so they're going to gain a life off that and take 2 off this. So they'll gain, but that lets us cast Light up the stage for Spectacle. Grow that a little bit. Okay, so we will just do this. Alright. More of a Yu-Gi-Oh player. You ever used a Spellground when you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh Wetbeard? That used to be a really big thing with Yu-Gi-Oh players, Spellgrounds. The playmat. So they're going to Conclave Tribunal my Runaway Steamkin, which hurts really badly. So that resolves. So again, Goblin Chain Whirler, please. At any point would just be perfect. Other than that, we're probably just dead in the water. Lightning Strike's not bad. How do we maneuver this? Do we... Yeah, I think we Lightning Strike the Sunborn Sentry and attack them, right? Because then they can kill one of my creatures. Yeah, it's a... Yeah, okay, I see what we're doing. So they're going to take a grand total of 1, but it'll wipe their board if they block. They might not even block with Legion Vanguard. Okay, cool. We are still very much in the business of drawing chain whirlers here. We should have brought on Rekindling Phoenix. I didn't even think about that. Let's just fly over him. This game would have ended really quickly if I had a Rekindling Phoenix. I don't play this deck very much. I typically play Esper Control. Is the deck I play in Paper Magic: The Gathering. Wizard's Lightning isn't good enough. Well, we'll keep it canon. Lightning that. Get in for 2. But we're falling behind pretty quickly now. Because we're trying to play a creature, this thing's going to gain him a life. Oof. That is not good for us. Mountain, that does not do the trick. We are dead in the water. So not bad. 1 win, 1 loss spread. Nintendo Direct. What was on the Nintendo Direct? So all in all, not too bad. We're hoping at some point in the next week to go from Diamond Tier 3 all the way up to Mythic. It goes Bronze, Silver, Gold, Platinum, Diamond, and then Mythic. So that's pretty exciting. Anyway, hopefully you guys all enjoyed this little Gamecast. I had a good time. Got to play some Magic before I'm going to go do some work right now. It's 9:30 out by me, so I actually have to get to work now. Looking at my time, actually, this video may not come out until tomorrow, so I may actually break my daily videos. But that is fine. That I will consent to. I'm not too worried about getting daily videos done right now, because I have plans for that, but that's gonna... I'm gonna need to change some stuff around before I have time for that. Pokemon RPG game? There's a new Pokemon game. Wait, I didn't even... What? Captain Wetbeard, yeah. Talk to Frank. He's a pretty good catalyst for hang sessions. I gotta go do some things really quick. I probably, even if I don't drop the review today, I probably will have to record it tonight, though. Frank in an hour. Yeah, Frank, make sure to DM me, buddy. Just because I will forget, because I just did the Gamecast, so now it's time to relax a little bit. I've been at it all day doing work and shit. So let's get out of Arena. I'm gonna close it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope hopefully you guys enjoy these Gamecasts. We definitely have a good time doing them. So that's always good. And since I'm Pipe Dream Hookah here on the AM Hookah podcast, I get to do this, which is the outro for Pipe Dream Hookah, which is thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, happy smoking.